Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Demon Prince Powie, and I've got a competitive Chaos Demon list for you guys today. So this is a 2,000 point list that I'm taking to a tournament on 20th of October in Northampton, a small RTT. Let's run through the list and see what you guys think. So let's start from the top. We've got the Great and Clean one with the Endless Gift. We have the Keeper of Secrets with Soulstealer. And we have a Bloodthirster with Agraf, King of Blades. We also have Be'lakor, Skarbrand and Changeling. So a lot of characters and a lot of monsters. In the battle line, I have a unit of Plagueberers. And then other data sheets, I have 2 single units of Beasts of Nurgle and 2 units of Screamers as my action monkeys. Now, I play fixed secondaries. So you think, oh, I was going to do what? I'm going to play fixed. So I'm looking at going establish locus and behind enemy lines. If the opponent's lists or whatever factions they're bringing has more characters, I'll probably bin off behind enemy lines to then get assassination. Maybe at a push, engage on all fronts at a push. But we'll see. They're the main 2 though, but we'll see. Anything could change. So let's go through one of the missions that we've got to go through. This is mission 1. It's Terraform and Swift Action. Swift Action is battle line units that advance and pull back are still eligible to form an action that turn. I'm not really bothered by that as I only have 1 battle line unit, which is the Plagueberers. I'm not really too fussed. And then Terraform. It's basically an action and it completes at the end of your opponent's next turn. Or the end of the battle, whichever is first. As long as it's still alive and in range and controlling that marker, it will be completed. And it'll be permanent. Let's say if we've got this top one here, we own this deployment here, we'll get to these 3, terraform them, the opponent can't, they can only do that. So that's quite nice, a nice mission, a nice fun mission to play. So I'm going to talk about, I've told you my list, it's 2,000 points on the nose, and I've told you the first mission we're going to go through and play. I'm going to tell you or advise on how I'm going to play it to see if you're on the same wavelength as me. Maybe not. Maybe you're going to think of something else. So first off is deployment. Deployment is key, right? So the Great and Clean one, you'll notice there's a black line next to the Great and Clean one just there. So he's going to go there. And the reason that black line there, that's 7 inches. So that does mean the Great and Clean one should be able to make it to that objective marker if everything's set up correctly. And I'll be able to terraform that turn 1. That's brilliant. And he can sit there all game. He's in the shadow. He's got a 4 in the field, no pain, and a 4 up in bunny. He's a tough, chunky boy. He can just sit there all game until it gets contested. Not a problem. But I reckon I'm terraforming that. Next up, the Screamers are going to go behind these ruins. The 2 separate units are going to go behind the ruin. So I'm going to deploy. The Plaguebearers are going to probably be in this ruin, just touching the objective, so I can make it sticky for a chance to then remove myself off the objective if I need to Realms of Chaos, come out and come back in. 1 Beast of Nurgle is going to be behind this ruin next to the Great and Clean one, so he's hidden. The other one's going into reserve, along with the 2 Corn Boys and the Changeling. So those 4 will be in reserves. These 2 will be on the board. Now the question is where do I place these 2? I could put them here. Let's get them up. I could put them here, here or here. It all depends. I think if my opponent sees I'm putting the Great and Clean one here, he's going to leave it. Even though he can put most of his stuff here, I think he's going to leave it. I think they're going to be pressured to go to the middle or the right flank. And that's where I think the Keeper needs to go. The Keeper and Be'lakor, they need to be next to each other, holding hands. And they need to be swarming towards this objective, maybe around that way, or even towards the middle. It doesn't matter. That's where they need to go. So they're roughly going to go there. So first turn, if we go first, Great and Clean one's going to go there. The 2 Screamer units are going to push to this one here. They're going to terraform and establish locus in the middle. I mean, I know what you're thinking. Powie, you probably could put some Seekers and just bomb down the flank. Yeah, I could. That's if they get first turn, that's brilliant because then I'm getting in unless they block it off. But I could probably you can get all the way in. You might need an advance to get all the way in if there's something in the way. But there's space there for you to get them Seekers in and do establish locus and behind enemy lines turn 1. But if we go first, I can't do that. I'm obviously going to terraform this objective here and establish locus. So there's 2 points right off the bat for establish locus. Haven't got behind any lines. Fine, that can happen later in later turns. And then I reckon it's going to be something. I reckon it's going to be something like that. I really do. I think it's going to be something like that at turn 1. Maybe advance her up even more to possibly get a long charge off, but I highly doubt it. I know she's quick, but I don't think I'll be getting a first turn charge if I go first, so I'll have to protect her, so I can hide behind this ruin. They can't shoot for the ruin, so I can hide behind that ruin. They'd have to come out and get line of sight of me that way. That's probably the only way I could do it, be reserved turn 1 a little bit. These will end up dying. Maybe, I'm hoping the unit that terraforms will survive, but a good opponent should target me and kill me to stop the terraform. I mean, that's what you do, right? If I don't go first, let's move these back. If I don't go first, I'm just going to put Bellicor there just for ease. If I go second, I will Realms of Chaos, and the Beast of Nurgle and a unit of Screamers, probably that one will come off. So then what's going to happen? That's going to change. Not a lot. It's just going to change. He's still going to go to there. This Screamer unit instead is going to go into here, touching the objective so they can terraform this objective. And obviously, he's got backup this time. So going second would be brilliant for me, because then I can go, hopefully drop him there within 3 inches, and hopefully there's space to drop these in behind enemy lines. Probably not if there's a good screen, but I've got the strat for 3 inches. I can maybe get them in. They've got a small, I think they've got a similar footprint overall, I think, because the models and the bases. Yeah, that's the plan for turn 1. And as the game develops, we're gonna want to get Bellicor either near the middle or in their objective, in their deployment zone, so we can string some corny demons to go to the middle and their home objective, get that clear, and then we'll end up swamping this way. These could end up coming off and then sticky in that. I think he's just going to sit there all game and just chill out, preferably a bit away from the wall. And then these two here, they're just going to come in and do establish locus when basically the Screamer and the other Beast of Nurgle die. I expect them to die when they get in, so turn 2, the next one goes in, turn 3, the next one goes in. And I should have enough by then that these are surviving for turn 4 and 5. And yeah, that I reckon if I max out primaries as well, and I do well on my secondaries like that, I should get 90 points, including the battle ready minimum. If I go second, I get even more. If I end up taking going second, I get 97 points, I reckon, depending on how well I score the primary. There's loads of things you could do, like, you know, it's you don't have to do this. A lot of people like having Big Boy in reserve and then dropping him in the middle because he's a big deterrent. That's fine, but I want them to go to the middle. I want my opponent to go to the middle, so it's easier for me to get my graters in using the linchpin that is Bellicor. Keepers fast enough to go to the middle or go to this flank here, and then I've got you can just make these sticky. These can come off and end up going here, maybe, you know. Everyone has different ways of playing. I just think fixed is simple for me. My list is built around it, so I know what I'm doing. I haven't got to worry about a thing, you know. And we're just going to try and terraform them as quick as we can. If we can get 2 terraforms turn 1, I'll be chuffed with that. So I'll be like, cool, man, what are you doing? And hopefully they're going to want to go for a flank, and I don't think they're going to want to go here, and then I'm going to deter them here, so they're going to be scared either way. And the line of sight blocking's mad, so it's going to be very difficult for my opponent to shoot me quickly. Obviously it depends what I'm going up against as well, doesn't it? But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to update you guys during the day. Hopefully, if everything goes well, I could be running a live of one of the games, or intermittent parts of the game, or go live at the end of the game, or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to try and get some content of the day, because I think I should. I think you'd like to see it, see how I get on. Overall, I'll be happy if I finish in the middle. So there's what, I think there's 16 people. So if I can get top 7, I'd be pleased with that. I should be saying get top 3, top 5, or even win it. But I know there's some really good players going. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. What do you think to the list? Is this something you would run? Anything you would slightly change? When I mean slightly change, don't go, I'll drop them 4 units and then put this in. No, just a slight tweak, like 1 or 2 units here and there. A lot of people probably won't take Be'lakor, but I think he's too key for me. He's just too massive. Because when they do get a shooting lane, you could end up going, well, you're not within 18 inches, mate, so you can't shoot me anyway. And they've made that effort to get into that shooting lane. It's going to be very difficult to get into. Cool, you can't shoot me. You can't shoot what's within 6 inches. So, and I think that's just a big deterrent, and I love it, and it annoys my opponents massively. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but that's the list I'm running. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.